Hello everyone, this is Jay Talks Boxing here, joined with the wonderful Megan Redstall. Megan, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, obviously, back at it with the Maisey Rose fight. It was meant to happen earlier in the year. We got rescheduled. How are you feeling with the rescheduling, and has it worked in your favour?
Obviously, I would have loved to have had the fight back in February, but things happen, injuries happen, and here we are. Thankfully for Johnny, we can run it back almost without it running the first time. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting there, feeling good, feeling big, feeling strong, and yeah, ready to go.
Now, Maisey Rose Courtney has come out and said she watched 30 seconds of you and said that she can beat you. Do you take that as a mind games thing, or do you think she genuinely means that? Is there a
I think what they feel like they're going to do in camp and what they feel like they need to watch, they can watch. And hopefully, only watching 30 seconds is all right for her on fight night. But if it's not, then maybe she would have watched a little bit more. But whatever they choose to do, that's them. I personally, I'm not that kind of person to be like, oh yeah, I watched 1 minute and that was it. But look, I'll let her do her thing, I'll do my thing, and we'll meet in the ring.
So, would you come out and say this is your hardest challenge today, or
100%. Yeah, I really respect Maisy. I think she's a brilliant fighter. I think she's a top fighter. She's been in there with some of the best in the country, and I think she's going to bring the best out of me. And so I'm grateful for that opportunity.
no? I've heard a lot of people say it's a crossroads fight. You to keep your, I say your rise going, Maisie to keep her reputation, kind of. Do you agree with them statements?
100%, 100%. I feel like I've been boxing in the shadows a little bit all my career, and fighting Maisie's that step out that gets me out of those shadows and puts a limelight on me, especially being main event. So yeah, I feel like this is a big fight for both of us.
I'd describe you as one of the most genuine, honest people outside the ring. One of the nicest. How on fight night do you just flip the switch and go mental at the opponents?
Do you know what everyone says this because I'm so quiet outside and like having a conversation one on one, but under the light, I get all shaky. But boxing's a sport, and I think I view boxing as a sport, and I'm turning up to do my sport. I don't have to be a certain way outside of that. I don't have to be a big personality to prove what I can do in the ring. So yeah, that's what I do. I just switch up. Right, okay, I'm here. I'm ready to perform. I'm ready to do my sport.
You've been sparring a lot with Stevie Levy this camp. A very tough fighter. Do you think them rounds have come in very clutch for this camp, or
Yeah, 100%. Stevie, obviously, she's naturally bigger than me, but she's good at keeping that pressure. And Maisie can fight quite like a pressure fighter. So we've just covered all bases, but Stevie's been great sparring for me. To just make sure I've covered every single box there is to tick.
with this fight, you've got a WBO belt on the line. Does them rankings really get you excited for the fights ahead? A WBO belt must be lovely to have.
Oh, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The belt is stunning. All I've said, right, since being a little kid is I want the pink belt. And so the fact that I'm fighting for that pink belt, obviously I know it's not the WBO world, but for me, just to have that on my shelf, it's one of a dream come true.
You've already won the Commonwealth, or is it Silver Commonwealth?
It's a full Commonwealth.
Oh, that's very brilliant. Yeah. Is it a case of that you just want all the belts, or is it a case of it might not have to be for a belt, just the best fights?
I think obviously every boxer wants to be a world champion. Every boxer wants as many belts, but I think winning the Commonwealth for me, it will take quite a lot to top that just because of how hard that road was to get there. So that Commonwealth belt will always have, no matter what I win in my career further on, that Commonwealth title belt will always be up there.
Yeah, your first headliner, if I'm correct. It's the nerves kicking in, or
yeah, absolutely. I think any boxer that says they're not nervous is lying. You're about to have a fight, and if you're not nervous, that means you're getting complacent. So maybe you shouldn't be getting in the ring. So absolutely, I'm nervous, but I think that's good. It keeps me sharp.
With the fight being rescheduled, you spent a lot of time around Maze. Maybe more than you normally would have with an opponent. Do you think that's a bit? Do you find it a bit weird, or do you find it a bit?
Like I said, I kind of just take everything in my stride. This is all new to me. So I'm not used to the media days. I'm not used to the cameras, and I'm not used to being around my opponent because they've only ever turned up on fight day previously. So it's all new to me, but I'm kind of just taking it in my stride and rolling with it. At the end of the day, like I said, it's a sport. Maisie is a person. Doesn't mean I don't have to get on with her outside of the ring. So yeah, that's just the way I view it.
You've posted your fitness on your stories and that. So you watching the chase?
Yeah.
Is that a love for yours? Or?
Yeah. Do you know what? I just think I'm a normal person. Like before coming up here, I was like, right, let's go for a coffee and a game of chess. So we went for a coffee and a game of chess. I was on the bike, put the chase on. Do you know what? I'm just a normal person. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I cook dinner, I sit there and watch TV with my wife to be. So it doesn't mean just because I'm a boxer I'm living this lavish life. I would like to watch the chase every now and again if it's on, and yeah.
I rate that so highly. So we had this conversation, didn't we? So
Yeah, we did.
I said you come across as to a lot of people. I think they met you more than a friend than someone they interview.
Yeah.
Do you think kindness outside the ring is one of the best attributes you have? I spoke to Jermaine earlier, and he said that you don't have to be all flashy. You know what I mean? Getting in people's faces and that. I think the best way to be is kind to yourself. Do you agree with them?
Yeah, and I think being myself, because I'm never going to trip up then. Whereas if you act like someone you're not, you've always got to keep that persona up and keep it going, and you're going to trip up at some point. That might not be for a few years, but I just think being yourself is just the easiest thing to do. And to be honest, I think I would make myself more nervous if I started getting a bit aggy, because it's not me. So I think that would put me more on edge, if that makes sense, but being someone I'm not. So I just thought, do you know what, Meg, be yourself and just go from there.
So do you say you're not here for to make people upset, and that you're here just to fight, really? How long has fighting been a passion of yours? Has it been a thing since a little kid, or has it been a more recent thing?
No, it's always been a passion. I think my dad, he's always kind of had boxing in or fighting on the telly. I remember watching UFC when I was younger, things like that. And then I started Muay Thai, and I've just kind of grown from that, found I had more of a natural flair at boxing, and then just stuck at it. But like I said, it's such a opposite to my personality. People can't seem to fathom where my love for it comes from. But I think I just love the sport in itself.
Yeah, you also do paramedics.
Yeah.
Is that hard to balance the two?
It is. It's really, really hard. Luckily, I've dropped down to part-time when I'm in camp. So unfortunately, the week after the fight, I'm back up to working full-time as a paramedic. But it's tricky to juggle the shifts, especially when they're 12, 14-hour shifts. Night shifts, it just messes up your kind of training schedule. But luckily, we've managed to kind of figure out how to make it work, and it's worked well this camp. And yeah.
Thanks for speaking to us today, Megan. Best of luck for your fight coming up.
No, thank you for your time.